It's still on us, so it seems to stop.
Do you get? Is this a new config or is this a new? This must be a FACEIT config? $60,000 in the warm up.
60.
60,000. It's a custom config for FACEIT. I've never noticed $60,000 in the warm up before.
Okay, I think the pistol is
This
starting.
is it.
So get it off us. Get it on the big screen and start. Get the popcorn out, Matt. We're going into theatre mode.
I love popcorn. Nah, just kidding. Paula loves popcorn.
Oh, okay. Let's get comfortable. So we go into the first map here. CLG versus Complexity. You have to say CLG are the heavily favoured side here. Complexity, of course. The two Brits, my homeboys. I don't know them, but
Instantly, I have buzzer, so
yeah. But here we go. Then we're going to the pistol. It's going to be an aggressive play from Complexity here. Two going towards Squeaky Door, but Tarik has got that number. Should be able to pick up this first kill pretty easily. There it is. Takes down dephh, and they have got full control at this point. CLG can slow things right down now. CTs are trying to get some information here. Surreal, the other Brit, dephh, going to be pushing him, but Tarik finds his second kill. This is turning into a bit of a nightmare for Complexity after they started off so confident. They're quickly shut down, but still can do something with this. I think Android is the new player, Matt. I think Broke is gone, right? So.
Oh yeah, it is. What? He did get a stand-in. Okay. All right.
No. He's the official.
Oh,
new
yeah, right. See?
So have you ever heard of Android?
I have not heard of Android. This is why I
Android
was super
X23. I'm sorry if I don't know. It was a fake nick. I don't
Apparently,
know.
feNeK was his former name. I still don't know who he is, but we'll do some research between the maps. We'll let you know everything about him. Meanwhile, Tarik is going to let Complexity know everything about the A site and how he wishes to take it by getting a shot onto Surreal, and how it is on Android, which is much better than iOS. We'll see if he can find a kill.
This is the thing about this lineup. They're changing every single week, it feels like.
Well, this is what I was going to say about E-League, forcing teams to get 5 players, and they just have to go through this cycle of non-stop getting players.
Well, that's what I'm saying
about
with transfer windows. It'll stop this carousel and give players stability at least, and they're all going to say, nah, actually, it's not working out with you. We're going to get someone else. This feels like Complexity. It's a little bit crazy. Every week I'm seeing a different player coming in. I don't even know who Android is. So let's hope he impresses us. And we'll see what they can do. But it's going to be CLG picking up that first round. Very disciplined default from them. Tarik just holding that Squeaky Door. Complexity pushed and at their certain doom. As we go into round number 2, they will be forcing into this in CTs. They have got upgraded pistols and armor as well. A little bit of utility. One smoke and a flashbang. But nothing to report as of yet. There's actually a 4-man stack towards beef in CTs. That may do a lot of damage. No, actually, doesn't land.
It didn't bounce, and it went beyond the doorway. So it just didn't land. Decent position right now. Witmer. Try as he like to fire through that door with a deagle. It's not going to do much. He's the only one on the A site. 4 players inside of B right now. Complexity. Cutler. Out toward Toxic. Going to be spotted, but Surreal not firing back. He's the only one that's spotted over on this B side as well, so they need to get more information being a man down early right now, CLG, if they want any chance of survival against this stack. And FugLy looks to commit with bomb. 58 seconds as he gets closer to the bomb site.
Well, this is still looking very promising for Complexity. They still have 4 players on that B site. It's looking like a B split will coming in from CLG here. So this next kill will be very important indeed. Smoke goes off towards CB4, and here we go. The CTs are doing something here, but FugLy finds a kill towards dephh. Bomb site should be possible here, but Complexity still fighting.
Ooh. Nice reaction from FugLy to get Surreal, and the flick does follow it up, take down sancz. But unfortunately, it is Witmer that remains, and that deagle was damaging because FugLy's on 40 HP. It would have been promising. But nice shot from Tarik, who finally comes alive in this one. Didn't really talk much about CLG in the pregame, but they don't need as much introduction.
Well, yeah, everyone's just seen it in the major. Got to the quarterfinals, of course. They made the top 8, got legendary status. Everyone knows a lot about them. I think we're trying to give some insight to Complexity and some of the in and outs, the nuances of what's going on there. Like the NA scene is still a bit of a mystery to a lot of people, and what's going on. Complexity, one of those teams, obviously have a big name behind them, but still, like, we're talking about Android. Like, I don't even know who that is. He's just a new player all of a sudden. I don't know why you'd change your name after joining an org like this. Like, keep the brand the same. People don't know who you are. Don't change your name to Android X23, but, you know, each to their own map. You called yourself Sadokist, and look how far you got.
Yeah. Look at me now, Ma. Cutler in behind the headshot box. Or trying to, peek toward the headshot box, which has Surreal lowered down into the red HP. That gives hazed an all too easy opportunity with that 5-7, and now dephh has to fall away. Full save, obviously, for Complexity. The 3rd round, no even exchanges in this force buy in round 2, so the guns will come out next. Witmer's going to try and push late Tarik, or rather, FugLy on the other side of that wall, even though the X-ray could be misleading, so he may actually get in position to find a flank onto FugLy, but chances of actually getting much more than that now that they've taken over the B site, yeah, there, FugLy's aware of it, are pretty slim. So CLG is going to go up 3-0, pretty straightforward positioning, and in fact, they do it with kills rather than bomb, which gives an extra $800 to the planter.
I think he gets $300, Matt.
300, you're right, I'm sorry.
But
they won the round, they didn't lose it, I'm
exactly,
sorry.
so he gets 300. We just like to be correct here. But there we go. 3-0 for CLG. We go into the first gun round. Second round forced by. I think I talk about this every single game. If you're the team that's actually on the back foot here, it's more beneficial to you go to the first gun round, have a decent buy. You see they're horrible on the back foot here. They have no defuse kits, no AWPs, a distinct lack of utility in terms of they actually have no smokes remaining, so they need to push it. Someone needs to find something. They're going in, the flashbangs work.
He almost gets tagged up as well.
Yeah, he does. So he goes under 16 HP. So this is still a huge advantage for CLG. They've still got tons of smokes, flashbangs, nades. CTs went for that aggressive push. sancz has gone down to 16 HP. Like I said, they had to do something with this. They needed to find an initial kill, but still heavily on the back foot.
And look how differently this makes sancz have to play this. He goes all the way back to truck so that nades can't take him down, so that he doesn't get overwhelmed. And he tries to let his teammate, Witmer, get far closer to the action because he's got the HP to sustain the damage. But 2 men flashing in, not 1. It did make the trade work, which made it slightly better off than it would have been, but still. The good news was the smoke that went out deep covered off the clear vision that JDM had. If JDM could have seen him on the return, he was down, he was gone.
Still plenty of time to play with here. It's going to be hazed, making his way towards middle. They have got the control here. The CT's in a more passive setup. You can see they have got flashbangs remaining. They need to probably find another pick here, but they're on a very, very defensive setup indeed. One player on the A-bomb site, and he's getting backed up from CT spawn. It's going to be witmer. Talked a big game about him, but here's the AWP. He gets completely punished by Tarik. You have to wake up pretty early in the morning to take him down, and he does find the A site here.
Did it not mute me?
Are you okay? You back in the room?
I'm back in the room.
Keep going.
Well, sancz isn't going to stop. Gets JDM. It is 2 versus 3. Tarik's extremely low, but sancz still playing this with the 16 HP that he had from the start of the round, and hazed. This positioning is so perfect. Up highway late. They're both looking in the sight. He knows sancz at the fork. He now should have the information, but sancz actually has got another shot on Tarik. Cutler's going to have to peek this to find the rest of the information. hazed does get one from a high. Now he's pincered in, and Android has to play this perfectly. Doesn't tap the bomb. He's just going to walk out Cutler. Ooh. Looked to try and make it an easy shot, but it still got a little awkward for a second.
Well, Android, he is yet to get a kill. I keep thinking he's a robot whenever I hear that name. That's such a weird.
He actually is, Henry. He's
like downloaded version of a player. We'll see what happens there.
Well, we all know what happens when players download things.
No comment. Anyway, CLG 4-0. Complexity, as I said, went into the round with a huge disadvantage. Didn't have grenades, defuse kits, no AWP, and they had to push find a kill. It was an equal exchange, and players getting heavily tagged as well. It was very difficult to actually hold off once the execution came in. Hayes finishing things off with a decent flank there from highway. And we get to round number 5, pretty much full eco here. For Complexity, they have got some upgraded pistols and nothing else to work with really. Smoking into mid warehouse and boosting up was quite
nifty,
inventive,
actually. Yeah. Neat way to do it with the smoke clipped in. Top of the white box, dephh will go down. Surreal's got 2 though off camera. He's actually come up large with that CZ75, so if they picked up that kill on hazed, all was possible suddenly for Complexity. However, now the problems exist in the fact that they have 2 players on B and the 3 terrorists walking into the A site. Henry.
Yes, the round is over. They did manage to pick up a couple of kills. The Brit Surreal, who has, those guys, just to reiterate, those guys kind of packed up their whole lives in the UK, flew over Complexity. They weren't really sure how it was going to go down. They weren't really sure, but, you know.
They've gone from the UK to NA, and I've gone from the NA to UK just to cast them.
Yep. It's funny how life pans out sometimes, isn't it, Matt?
It's a little bit funny.
Can you do some Elton John for us?
This feeling inside.
Continue the singing train today.
No, that's good. FugLy's going to go on the hunt, bomb down. It's another easy round for Complexity, or rather, excuse me, from CLG's perspective. Problem now is that Complexity, they'll have a full loss round of bonus, but they need to be weary of the fact that a reset's possible, so even picking up a round is going to put them in a desperate situation. Because of that full bonus, though, they do go immediately onto the AWP for Witmer.
Double AWP here. So Android, the unknown quantity of Complexity. I'm not really, I can't tell you anything about him. When I spot him, he's got a cool name. We'll be on the secondary AWP here. This is what we're talking about. Like I said, Surreal, when he came over to the US, from as far as I was aware, he was one of the best AWPers we had in the UK. And now he's come to this team, he's a rifler. It feels like it's a weird pickup to get. If you want to get a a rifler, surely don't pick up one of the best AWPers. Didn't really make sense to me, but I don't really know enough about the guy to say whether he's a decent rifler or not. I've just seen some crazy clips of him at lands and stuff, so...
He looks sick in FPL. I'll give him that.
We'll see. Round number 6. CT's have taken a ton of damage there. Deph's gone down to 19, Surreal. 60, trying to find that first pick here. sancz does do some decent damage in return. It's looking like an A-sided attack here from the terrorists. You had flanks being held, but the CT's once again extinguishing most of their utility quite early on.
Oh, he had actually the angle. Oh, right the third time and then switched it. witmer nearly does catch Tarik. Tarik down to 53 is going to have to go now that FugLy's gone in from a main smoke off in front of the doorway, and FugLy's going to lurk alone. Spots dephh, who doesn't see him the other direction. That's huge because now witmer left inside the site has an AWP up close, tries to go for the flick, and FugLy's there. It's all on sancz. It's just multiple one-on-ones. Okay, JDM. Whatever you say.
Well, decent
Whatever
round for
goes.
CLG. Yeah, disappointing there for Complexity. Trying to find that first frag. Definitely had opportunities for it as well. I'm not sure what's going on with dephh when he's on up. It seemed like he had that first frag there to right there, but wasn't happening. And like you said, that's going to be another round that Complexity have to swallow maximum loss bonus. They still get $3,400, but they're just going to be buying into the next one. Not a single kill found for them. So this is where CLG's money starts to swell. They're going to be aware of the situation. So JDM holding in T-spawn for any B-sided approaches. And it's back to the pistols for the young American squad / British.
JDM spotting that smoke. There won't be much of a chance for those two players to push.
Here we go, witmer. Let's go. A main does manage to find that kill towards FugLy. Something to work with here.
witmer's positioning not too bad either in this situation, dephh, but unfortunately hazed immediately around the corner finds him. They elect not to Molotov off on the sandbags. They can clear that out on their own, knowing they're up against pistols. But the real threat still exists within the A position because they have got one player inside of the site, a second rotating over toward truck. JDM looking for the shot. Surreal shoulder peeks it now, realizes the information exists. The AWP far away and can't push that direction. Instead, he falls back to watch the vents. And Tarik's going to find Whittler, and now it's just a matter of time before they go inside and catch sancz off as well.
Yeah, after getting that initial kill, hasn't really amounted to much. sancz does find the kill towards hazed though, so maybe he can get something for the money. If they can save an AK, that'd be great, but it's just going to be him remaining now. It does find the kill towards Tarik as well, but Matt, you know, this could get interesting. He's got control of the bomb, I've just realised, so he can just do one more kill. It's definitely possible, but he hasn't managed to pick up a rifle as of yet, so he's hiding towards MBK, gets the kill towards Cutler. Was a definite chance there.
Oh, man.
Okay, sancz, I see what it is. I see what's going on. 3 kills with a 5-7. Had he had a rifle, that could have been very interesting indeed, but random break comes in. CT's back on towards the rifles. We'll have a look at the scoreboard. Android, the new boy, 0 for 7. You see his ping's much higher. I guess he's not at the gaming house, so I'm gonna assume.
That is 100% accurate.
Yeah.
He lives in, oh no, another 0 for 7 who's from Canada.
Is he Canadian as well?
We're taking over the world slowly.
1 frag at a time per game.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'll coach them. We'll be there in no time.
Well, they are doomed if you're going to be the coach.
What? I have excellent strategic mindset. Everyone buy AWP and rush B.
Oh yeah, that's actually, why has no one ever thought of that? Anyway, random break. Going into the B site, hazed has got control of the checker room as well. That could have been a very opportune moment to find that first kill. Surreal does manage to dodge it though. They've got into the vent side, boosted up. I'm not sure Whitmore would be aware of this situation. He's got the AWP towards the connector right now. And Cutler just holding strong in the checker room, just wants to keep the CTs there. While his comrades do find a kill towards mid. Here we go. There it is. Cutler finds the first kill.
Cutler's still going to look for more over here as well. And they can let him do so because with Tarik picking up the shot on a dephh, bomb down at A main, in mid main, just outside of A main. They can grab that and rotate back over to the A site. They have to be weary of the fact that witmer has made it to the car. Easy shot. JDM left in the open to smoke with a massive gap, but witmer's forced back because they've come up the highway and they've focused their attention firmly onto him. As Tarik takes him down, it's up to Android.
Yes, I would say it's up to Android at this point. It's going to definitely be an 8-0 in favour of CLG. Just working each kill piece by piece, dissecting the map and just swarming Complexity setup here. They're unable to actually trade frags effectively at the moment.
no saving.
It's a bit too easy for CLG to get to that checkers area. They're getting in, obviously a lot of teams can do that with single smoke, but there needs to be more aggression towards that area. It needs to be actually challenging that kill. The fact you get 2 players in there boosting as well, and they're actually getting away with that, that's pretty nutty. And
You're pretty nutty, HenryG.
I know. I do feel like it at this time, but 8-0 now, complexity on yet another eco here. Can't seem to get a break here. Last time I watched them, similar scoreline against NRG. Seemed like they're getting absolutely trounced. This is a different lineup, but
the same result.
Same result, yeah.
Complexity are struggling dearly in the late stages of this roster's life because they've got E-League coming up. They don't have a lot of time still to set things into stone. Hayes going to take down sancz. Speaking of stone, he'll need a grave one because his name needs to be carved. However,
there it is.
Massive whiffs from Hayes does allow witmer to offset the difference to give complexity finally an advantage. Tarik going to bounce a Molotov off, though. deph's going to be forced into the corner by that 12 HP. And instead he goes to A main. An aggressive approach to trying to get away from that. And Tarik finds witmer at the doorway. And now it does come to dephh and Surreal. And they're going to try and play this split up. Bombs over on B, though. This is quite clever from CLG.
Come on, boys. Let's do it for the Queen. 3-on-2. dephh coming in towards A main right now. The bomb has been planted towards B. It's going to come down to Surreal. Gets the kill on towards JDM. Oh, almost got a double there as well. Had he got that, he actually would have had time for the full defuse because they would have known Tarik was the other side of the map. That could have been an interesting map, but it wasn't. So don't worry. 9-0. Kind of a similar scoreline we saw in the A map recently, actually.
Yes, it was. And then I got my first kill at 9.
So this is when it's going to happen.
This is it.
This is it was like actually that was like a warning for us at the A map tournament. HenryG 9, Sadokist 0. The crowd are in disarray. We're the crowd right now, and we're going to see the.
Well, there's an audience online. Let's not discount them.
Yeah, but we're the crowd. We're providing. We're going to provide the golf clap when it comes in.
Right.
Like you got.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. It's because Hiko loves me. Surreal boosted, goes for vents, late to be there. Does find FugLy, but there's only one that's pushed up middle. That's hazed. They can get that information. Hazed will be segregated from the rest of his team. They've not boosted anyone else up to the drop, but witmer refacing nearly gives the offset back because he goes down to 3 HP and he's forced back through Z connector.
It's happening. 9-1 is true. Surreal, very nice rotation there, getting boosted up the vents. Does find 2 frags. It's going to be a 5-on-2 now in favor of complexity. They've got the double orb setup rolling as well, so looking like they will be picking up this first frag pretty comfortably. They need to make sure they keep everyone alive there. The money's been a massive issue for them. And it looks like Surreal will be the one. Oh, hello. Will be the ones to keep them in this as he finds 4 frags, and now JDM finds a kill on towards sancz. So here we go then. Look at the HP though for complexity. They could actually.
This is big.
He could actually do a lot of damage here if he was managed to find something. But the bomb is down towards checkers, so I think that'll be okay.
And as you say, keeping 4 alive is going to be so important in this situation because the reset will come in. dephh can hold the off angle. Should be his kill easily when JDM walks in. But JDM jumping across. Looked like he was going to check it. Free AWP picked up now, and complexity has something to work with. 3 of them. Okay, I don't think that was communicated correctly.
No, he picked it up and he realized what he'd done. He tried to pick up his M4. He was like spamming E on towards it, but just couldn't get it. So they don't go the free orb setup, lads. Is this a good idea?
Why? I mean, the problem is with the reset. The only one that could buy in again was Android. So doing this actually really hurts them.
Yeah, the bomb gets planted here. That retake becomes such like a difficult prospect. So they need to work out how they're going to approach the situation. 3 orbs on CT side isn't really a thing. It can work out for you, but you need to be going for those picks aggressive. You can't just sit back and allow full A execution about to come in, I think, from CLG. So this is where it becomes a massive issue for them. In fact, they've got these orbs on the retakes when the smokes are down. Yeah,
the smokes are so hard to deal with as well for dephh, who's going to try and hold that angle. Witmer getting aggressive. Top highway still held from sancz, so he's got a chance, but the flash comes through. He's gone already, but sancz and Surreal coming up massive. Tarik turns back to find only 1, and Surreal gets back up on top of the hut. A late push through the vents, and it works. The problem is because that was a boost, dephh just stayed there the whole time. So I was going to say because that was a boost, the late rotation, but dephh was just alive behind quad.
Surreal playing very well there with the rifle. He's looking pretty strong. And they do manage to drop an orb. It actually sounds weird. Actually kind of helps them out a little bit. I think they've got the double orb set up now. And they can start to balance the books a little bit. 9-2, so 3 in a row for complexity. And just adjusting their purchases in towards CD Spawn now. Have managed to got a full array of grenades, everything they need. And we'll see how round number 12 goes down. Nothing really changes yet. Not going to be going aggressive. Going to be playing more of a default here. We can see witmer going for that aggressive peek towards the A main. Let's get flashed off for now. Cutler looking for the pick for the 3 stores, just standing to that smoke area. And you can see the city's not actually allowing checkers to be a possibility right now. We've got Android sat in that room, doesn't want to allow that to actually be a possibility. He's got the AWP as well.
Good little short throw on the flash. Try and get them out of that checker room, distill it a little bit, allows them to cross over safely back toward mid as well. We'll see if he can act upon that. Good hold from FugLy on the first push. Oh, the headshot on dephh on the second as well. Now there's a real possibility for them to try and easily walk in toward this A site. witmer has to hold door open. He's aware of it. What can he possibly do to try and stop it?
And JDM finds a kill to Surreal as well. Double AWPs remaining for complexity. It's going to be witmer and Android on the retake if the bomb's going towards B. So out of position and probably out of time here as didn't do much about this situation. witmer still hasn't got any info. But what a play that was from FugLy. When they got that first frag, I thought, okay, it's definitely going to get refragged here. It'll be 4-4, but somehow it hit that second headshot. That's absolutely stellar. 30 seconds remain. CT has managed to get towards CD spawn. That's Android. And we'll see whether he can do anything about this. The first kill takes down Cutler. Going to be smoked out. That should be all he's getting in this scenario. As the bomb does make its way to the side. Molotov out of upper as well. So doesn't really have much to work with. Tarik on the flank coming in. They actually are making this possible all of a sudden. 10 seconds. Bomb is about to be planted.
Shockingly so, but hazed with that down has good positioning for JDM in A main still. So he can try and take advantage of this situation.
Still double AWPs on the retake. I've got kits. Android coming out towards the upper area. It's going to be witmer to be taken down, and hazed finds a final frag as well. So we'll look like a promising 5-on-2 there for complexity. Unfortunately, doesn't really work out. And now the money is in a pretty desperate situation. Looks like they will be force buying. I think there'll be a couple of FAMASs, maybe some upgraded pistols here. We'll see how they decide to go. So it's sancz who's waiting to buy. And yeah, he'll be on the 5-7. witmer on the FAMAS. And CLG, that all just came down to FugLy. Great play from him and that aggressive push from complexity. Locked them down. As I said, should have been refragged there, but sometimes the aim is too strong.
So 10-2. Android starting off well, though. Shot into Cutler through the smoke. deph's gone for the boost over on A. Yet to use this, so that's could actually be beneficial. The reasons for doing so as well, having got that first kill, is so they can go more passive on the A site. witmer's going to stay close. But they can rotate the third player back toward the truck, and they'll play a swing defense. Especially with the information garnered on that B site. dephh doesn't even need to do anything yet because Android finds another kill. That bomb goes forward, and now he knows they're at the mouth of the entrance. dephh drops down, goes for more, finds it on Tarik, and a third kill potentially toward the lockers. He's got all three.
Yeah, nice work from dephh there. Perfect base play from his teammates. They're finding the AWP kills, dropping the bomb for him. He just needs to show his presence at that point, gets a nice little 3-man. And the third round of complexity as well. So CLG have securely won the half and hit double figures, but complexity fighting back now. It looks like an eco for CLG going into the last one, wanted to have a full buy. They try number 14. Back on the double AWP setup for complexity as well. But Matt and Android seem to be doing some decent work now. And it's actually the counter boost coming in from the CTs now. dephh will be the one to go up. He's got the M4 A4 in hand. Oh, they're messing it up a little bit, but still have plenty of time. Here we go then, the A play coming in with the P250s, Glocks and Tech 9 going to be going onto the bomb site. Waiting for that smoke to dissipate first, but his witmer, he's getting himself in a pretty questionable position, and he's going to be swarmed here. Surreal does help him out though, and that 5-7 is going to be prevalent here. He should be able to finish them off. Not any point of concern as of yet. Tarik will be the final player remaining here, but he will be taken down as well. So 10-4 for complexity. Can they make it 5, Matt?
5 would make this manageable, but the problem is this CT side. We always talk about it. It's the side you really need to build things up on cash. Speaking of cash, they'll have some to go for the double op setup this time as well. And a fortunate situation for them means that Cutler and hazed are not that well off, and they can actually try, if you want to call it that, try to do what they can.
Well,
with these Tech 9s and, excuse me, P90.
P90, Tech 9, and then obviously JDM, who can make some magical things happen with AWP. Let's see what he can do now. Boost coming in once again for the CTs. This time they will nail it. Not going to be committing straight away, waiting for an opportune moment to pounce. As you can see, JDM trying to work that pick towards A main.
Double boost going in. Surreal caught reloading. Cutler goes in with the Tech 9. Gun gains. And he can now try and take advantage of this situation.
dephh, though, with that boost working out for him as well. Has spotted the bomb, but it still is going to be an equal situation in terms of the manpower. 3-on-3 now. Android stuck towards that B site. He knows he's got some company with him as well. Should be able to take this kill. I just think he saw the behind of hazed there. So working out how he can approach this one as the next frag to be very influential indeed. The problem for hazed is he's only got that P90. witmer on the other side of the map finds JDM. So that should be the round secured at this point, considering the weapon hazed has. It's going to come another Tarik. He'll be backing him up now. They have got the bomb in hand, making their way to the B side.
Android, very slow reactions considering. He scopes in and can't hit the shot on hazed, so not necessarily the most up-close AWP player we've ever seen. witmer, now forced out by the Molotov, allows this plant to go down. Default for Tarik.
Yeah, that was a little bit weird from witmer. He had a chance to actually Molotov the site. Caught out by his own jump, and now both players coming towards upper. Should have been an easy shot there for hazed. Misses out and actually gives witmer an opportunity there. So now 2-on-1 in favour of the CTs. Tarik repositioning himself below upper here. Actually got a great position considering where the CTs are coming from. Should be able to find his first kill pretty easily. There it is. Second one will be a little bit more challenging now, giving his position away. Bomb not planted for him. Full defuse coming in. And he's going for it. Pros don't fake. There it is. Bomb is defused. 10-5. Complexity pulled back the last one.
I love it. Android a little bit slow to get started. Gets up to 5 kills total. But it is still, as we get all kinds of information in our ear, lovely information at that.
What is the information?
The information is that it's going to come back to us on camera, so we should look pretty, Henry. I know that's hard for you to do. CLG looking commanding. I mean, it goes to 9-0. That was, by the way, when they got that kill again, so it was similar to our 1v1. But, I mean, huge issues. First off, they finally went around the accidental pickup of the AWP. They got extremely lucky that their rifles did really good work. Surreal inside the vents made a huge play to get out inside of middle. Yep. Or that was gone, and then a full reset came in, and they were way worse. I highly doubt they would have got more than one kill in the entire, or excuse me, one round in the entire half. So, but I mean, huge issues holding on to that A site.
Well, the thing is,
and giving up the first pick.
They were 9-0 down, and they've come back to being 10-5, right? So. That's actually pretty impressive. To actually find those 5 rounds after that, like that kind of deficit. This shows they weren't giving up. They weren't just going to give in. They adjusted what they were doing. Like, the money was a big problem for them going like in the first opening gun run. Like I said, normally if you're a team like on the back foot in terms of the skill and like the experience, I'd say it's more beneficial for you to go into that first gun round with everything you need to actually take them down. Going in after force spike in the second, and then you have M4s, no kits, no utility. It's very challenging going against a very drilled team like CLG. They're going to kind of just crush you, and then going forward, you really can't get into the game. First time they actually had the double up set up, didn't really work out for them. But then we got rolling, had a little bit of aggression. They started finding those kills. They weren't giving so much real estate away to CLG. If you remember that first round, they actually just got walked into towards checkers there, and it's going to be broke apart the CT defense. That was a massive problem. But it looks like we are getting back into the second half. It is going to be 10-5. CLG, though, we said they had problem closing out games on cash. That has to be said, especially on the CT side. That's where they seem to have massive issues. So we'll see what they can do here to just kind of finish things off. The pistol should guarantee it. Hi.
We'll see if they can, as it is going to be a push right now. Bomb in hand of Android over toward B. 2 other players with him, and 2 players already getting inside mid. witmer's not uncontested. They're going for the boost to counter this off. They'll have heard the vent being broken out, so it's a 1-for-1 trade, but now hazed has problems because he's trapped inside the checker room. Gets forward, tries to do what he can. Good damage dealt, but unfortunately goes down. And now the bomb is crossed. The first one in. This is smart from Android. He didn't stop to get engaged in that battle. He instantly went to accomplish his objective of planting the bomb. Gives them so much more time to set up in this post plant before the rotations could come in from CLG. FugLy, that is desperate, but I'll give it you that. It was worth a try. If he gets it. Out. Oh, P2000 through the wall. Bye-bye, Surreal.
That's kind of nuts. I haven't seen that before with pistol. That's crazy. But dephh didn't find the kill on towards JDM. That should be the last kill at this point, or is it? FugLy finds 1 and 2 as well. Just going to be 1 player remaining on the site. That's going to be Android. They have not got a kit. Need to find this kill very quickly. I don't think it's going to be possible at this stage.
God 2000. Unfortunately, no kit. Oh, he gets 1, but it's too far away. Yeah. And dead. Oh, he does it from there. Okay, 24. I thought that was the edge of the radius. But okay, either way, that was some sick shooting from FugLy.
FugLy with the wallbang, of course. Then finding a sick couple of shots to get into the side. The bomb was too far gone at that point, but still pretty impressive stuff to actually get into that scenario in the first place. So there it is. It's going to be complexity with a much needed pistol. In the second half here, we're going to see a force spike coming in. And FugLy, after getting 4 kills, he's going to have the MP9. Smoke grenade, head armor. So he's actually got a ton of cash to play with here. Maybe we can do something with this.
Question is where they're going to try and utilize that right now. It's going to be over on the A site. He's actually going to go down highway, just solo off on mid, and then rotate back in should he need to.
Indeed.
Let's see if it pays off or not. Pace slows, dephh. Smoke out, default. Going to cover off Tarik's position. Tarik, meanwhile, is going to play inside of it with the 5-7, trying to play for his teammate back toward headshot. Witmer goes through, flashing, clears the checker room. But unsure of what else can be done from that position, as Tarik, though, does find Witmer, who's isolated and alone because they were trying to clear the angles. But does this force the full rotation off of A? Because they are still waiting. Surreal wants to come outside of this door right now with the AK-47.
Looking like an A-sided attack coming in here from Complexity. Going to be surely smoking off before they make the next move. Going to be JDM getting taken down there through the door. And now Cutler on the side with the CZ. Can't make anything happen there. Surreal finds his second of the round. 4-on-2 now. Tarik and hazed, the last two remaining players at this stage, probably just want to be saving their armor and pistols, which is looking like they may be doing it, as more Complexity hitting number 7. So this could be a decent second half for them. Definitely a good start in terms of taking down the force buy from CLG. Hayes trying to save the deagle. Tarik with that 5-7. FugLy not able to do anything with the MP9. So there you go, the dying moments of this round. Hayes trying to do what he can here, but not going to be enough. Deagle trying to find that last shot. One more would have done it. Got sancz down to 14 HP, but it's looking like the cities actually might die here as they're being hunted right now. Got to be holding towards B storage. I like this position from Tarik though. I don't think this will be checked. The terrorist opting out. Let's be holding onto the site and allowing the CTs to hold on to their pistols and armor. So pretty much guaranteed round for Complexity going into this one. It would take an absolute miracle for CLG to do anything with this, but you never know. Tarik can be a very tricky character. We'll see what he can do.
It's Witmer. This round has all 4 players behind him, slowly going in, rather quickly going into this B site. Good headshot damage onto hazed early. No chance to try and capitalize now. Where does the capitalization come from in the form of CLG on this rotate, this stack gamble that didn't work out on the A site? And Surreal crossing over, has the bomb late to arrive, but should easily be able to put this in position. And CLG can just look for exit kills at this point in time.
Yep. This is going to be Tarik, head armor, and a 5-7 combo. The only hope here, Cutler drops to the hands of Android. And Tarik now, pop flash coming out. And a chance to get a couple of kills. They get one, it's going to be FugLy who picks it up. The Complexity clawing it back now, 10-8. This definitely isn't over yet. We said CLG struggles sometimes to close these sort of games out. And we're going to the first real gun round here. JDM with the AWP. Complexity wanted to keep their money strong. Will be sticking on towards the AKs here. You can see dephh with 6.2k. Same story for Android. So it's nice of our observer there to point out the frags. Tarik's got 23 of them. I don't think he'd actually got many in the second half. I think he finished the first half with 21.
Our observer tonight is James Bardoff, and he does like to draw pictures.
No
Pictures of people coming over mid right now.
And no presence from the CTs, I think, is what he was pointing at. So yeah, allowing mid control to be obtained by Complexity fast.
There's a problem now.
Yeah, Surreal picks up 2 frags once again in that B storage area. And it's going to be FugLy to hold them off here. Surely going to be smoked out. And that should be the round almost guaranteed for Complexity at this point. CTs with no kits, 1 smoke, flashbang, I'd say just save the weapons. You ain't going to win this one, lads.
And CLG is going to have to allow that to happen. They're going to have to concede this, and already they are fading away from the site. Good face on this peak just to try and get the player that's left inside trying to get away. Get one more gun down. They're going to go. FugLy wants in. He's found the first kill, but it's Witmer that cancels it out. And JDM, he's looking desperately to find the angle, but he's committed. He's inside of it. Flash out. Has to hold this right now, and even just to get away, the flash is desperate to save him. Does hit 1 shot, and he will get away from Android just barely.
I think it was a little bit silly for CLG to go for that one. I'm sure they got 3 kills, but they haven't won the round. They've lost everything. And I guess JDM saves it all. That's the only saving grace there, but...
James was actually not pointing in the end. He was drawing circles, apparently.
Oh.
Circles are beautiful.
Fantastic.
They're a nice shape. They're round.
Well, at least he's being professional.
That's more than I can say for myself.
Yes, I agree. Going to round number 20 now. JDM will be on the AWP. Player like him definitely can turn rounds on his head. We'll see what he can do. Yeah, we're heading towards mid for now, but complexity be far away. They're going to be going into this one. They know the financial situation for CLG will be pretty dire. I'm guessing they're assuming, oh my god, how are they allowing this to happen then? Don't even worry about middle Androids.
That's the bomb.
Don't even worry about it. Just allow them to do what they want. Very strange scenes. But it will be CLG picking up the first kill. And like I said, JDM with that AWP. Now they have something to work with as well. I think they managed to get a little dink onto witmer as well. Time ticks away. Terrorists haven't really made a move here. But it looks like they will be favouring towards the A side. Stack there from Cutler. And maybe an execution.
Definite possibility. JDM, slight gap toward the forklift. Can't find the shot though. That lets dephh get in. He's going to try and deny the bomb plant. It's a little bit late. He'll do damage onto witmer, who goes down to 47, but chances of much more than that, quite slim.
Yeah, decent play there from dephh. One of the new boys of the team, freshly signed from the United Kingdom. He's going to be picking up 2 frags once again. It's going to tie things up here, actually. From a game that was 9-0, Matt.
Yeah,
it's coming to 10-10.
I mean, this just goes to show there's some issues on both teams' CT sides and complexity getting that pistol. Remember, they won the pistol with everyone dead. It was a lack of kit from FugLy that allowed it to happen.
Well then, that has tied things up. And once again, CLG will be saving. They have managed to pick up an AK-47 hit. Scrap that. They haven't got it. Hayes is dead. And JDM, though, that's the more important one. He'll be saving the AWP, which he saved in the round before. So here we go then. Complexity must have tons of cash right now. The rounds have been reasonably close. It's not as crazy as I thought it would be. Surreal and AK, dephh, not too far behind. But they have got easily another round to buy, maybe 2 rounds to buy if they were to lose this one. And double AWP now for CLG, mixing it up. This is normally the go-to strat when things get pretty dire.
And Tarik's the quick to B, JDM the quick to A. This gives them a bit more rifle presence inside of middle. As you mentioned a few rounds ago, they didn't have anyone there. They pretty much gave it up for free. They're going to be more passive on it this time as well. Smokes at the bottom of highway, smokes on FugLy inside of the connector. He's forced back, and that means Tarik can't play as comfortably toward that checker room. Oh, he's going to stay there. Trust me, he had to have heard that. Goes for the shot, does find the first, but he's left in the open. And dephh gets the shot onto him in return, and there's no one in position to go for an immediate trade. In fact, it's worse still, because hazed goes down inside of the site. A Molotov will hold out the rotation from heaven. And another bomb plant coming in for complexity. CLG needs to find a way to stop giving up these uneven advantages and get better trade potential. I mean, Tarik gets caught in the open there. There's nothing he can do.
Yeah, he hits the first shot, but like you said, there's no real chance of him to stay alive there whatsoever.
That helps.
Finds the kill on Surreal, but I don't think it does. I don't think they really have a chance in this one. You see the guns across fires, and they find their frags. It should be another easy round of complexity. You see there's no real entrance here for CLG. JDM has to hit an absolute wonder of a shot. He doesn't have any control of the situation whatsoever.
Don't even know why he commits at that point.
No. Well, there we go. Complexity has to take the lead now after a 9-0 deficit.
Excuse you.
It's getting late. My stomach doesn't know what's going on.
I don't know what the hell's going on because, like you said, 11-0 to this.
9-0 to this.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Whatever. See, it's late. Numbers are hard.
But it's this complexity, you're right. Taking the lead now, we kind of wrote them off at the 9-0 point. We said, oh, similar scenes that we saw, and now they're actually in the lead. Who would have thought? Round number 22. Another difficult round for CLG, surely a maximum loss bonus. And they will actually, it's not too bad of a buy. They got the AWP, they've got M4s, the incendiary. We'll see what they can do with this one. Going to round number 22, going to be showing their presence towards mid once again.
Push through. Hazed has made it inside of this B main position, side of the smoke to play off of. sancz might get caught by this. Fence blown out behind him. That's his teammate, Cutler, getting in from middle. Oh, flash catches hazed, though. Now he's in no man's land. Needs to make sure he gets back around the corner and into the site before getting spotted. Manages it, but only just.
Only just.
Good Molotov out. Complexity storing that they have basic default mechanics to this map because they've Molotoved off Cutler, who has to get back inside of the site now.
Well then, looking at the terrorists are yet to make the next move. You can see a pretty much full default strategy here. If you look at the mini-map, they are spread out in the wing formation. There it is, perfect. That's why we're paying the big bucks. So they'll just be kind of feeling out, working on what's available to them, see if there are any picks.
To be fair, he kind of pays us.
Yeah. It was more of a joke I was making.
Oh, okay, I get it. That nade, though, on the feet of Witmer, down to 48 HP before peaking. Puts him very easily in rifle positioning. FugLy, who's very efficient inside of this A site, always was on Team Liquid as well, has the first shot at the door. Tarik's going to follow it up with sancz going down. They now have mid. He could rotate back up highway, get in a better position, and it's FugLy again. 2 for 1 on him. Witmer gets the last kill from Complexity, but now it is 11-11, and you can make a wish, Henry.
I've made one. I'm not going to say what it is.
I'm still alive, so that's a good sign.
That's good. Well, double orbs now for CLG. They do manage to tie things up, as you said. And we'll see how Complexity. That's interesting. I was going to say they've got a lot of orb potential on this team, like we mentioned before, but they're going to be staying with the 5 AKs. That suggests they'll be going for more execution-based stuff. And considering, it's a fast mid boost here, I think, coming in, this can be a very cool strategy. You can look at first kill, it can work out very nicely. But look like CLG will be the ones taking advantage here, getting the bomb as well. This next frag will be huge. We're not going to see which one goes down. sancz actually does find the kill towards Cutler. And now they've got the advantage. They actually have got the mid control. Push the CTs back. And you see hazed and Tarik. I think they're towards check. Is that hazed actually towards sandbags? That is. Let me see a huge here. Double orbs now to save the day.
13 HP left on sancz.
Yes.
Sanctington the third. Tarik waiting toward that vents again. The audacious positioning. They did catch him out when they pushed through. The last time they went toward this B site to pick up their 10th round. Late smoke connector for Witmer, perhaps just trying to cover off anyone crossing over who might be able to peek late and catch them going toward that B site, but it is going to just be Tarik here, and he's not yet heard them drop in. Finally turns his attention back, but it's a smoke out in front of him. Very little he can do. I was very nearly considering the fact, okay, all right, Tarik, if he hit that, that would have worked. It actually was better. I thought he was going to flash through. Not wait for the rotation, but now he gets more passive, allows JDM here, but it's a retake with 2 AWPs. Good nade, sancz goes down, Witmer's on 37. They've got a chance at this, but they have to find the off angle out toward the B tunnels just to find the last man. And Witmer, no need to face, does so, and the AWPs will prevail. Tarik goes to the 5-7, trying to get some more running gun potential, but Android has to clutch this. The new boy. And he's gifted JDM as he falls down, doesn't land the shot. Now he just has to play the time, but it's too late. Tarik's got the defuse.
Does get the kill onto him. He had the orb as well, so it's still a valuable kill. I think with the thing with Witmer, he hit that Molotov JDM throw into the site. It was just spreading towards him. He had no choice but to fade out there. JDM's approach to that situation, and it worked out very nicely indeed. The CLG around, they probably should have lost at that point. Great retake, that nade. And Molotov from JDM saved them the round. But Complexity did find all the kills. If Complexity were to win this one, it could mean a full double eco for CLG. So this is a very important round going forward. JDM doesn't quite spot the player boosted up there, but FugLy does find the kill towards death.
They slow it down a little bit right now inside of B main. FugLy forced out of position by the Molotov. Surreal catching him in transition, leaves Cutler alone in the A site. So 2 on the bounce from CLG. But Complexity still in a great position to take advantage of the money with this round.
Indeed. Still plenty of time to play with here, and hazed playing a dangerous game facing that angle. I'm not sure if he did spot the terrorist there, but they've got the AWP now on towards Witmer. He's watching the connector like a hawk right now, seeing over here. Hazed does their face again. Going to be readjusting themselves, still have plenty to work with here. Going to be maybe going back into that B split. Surreal towards middle. The rest of his teammates can go towards B storage. He'll come towards events. And they can see whether there is anything to work with here. This could be the perfect approach here, as Tarik's the only player towards B. Yeah, this could work out very nicely.
Android will lead the charge. Tarik peeks late, finds one, has 3 more to face. Good pop flash. Android's face to face the corner. But sancz instead that double peeks from the main entry to that checker room and finds the kill. Instead, they get hazed, spraying through the smoke. The tracers give him up for good. And now it's complexity that could bring this right back to 12.
Bomb goes down to 10 seconds to spare, but it's a decent plant. That means the player in towards checkers as well can have perfect vision of it. Now JDM once again needs to find something here. This time doesn't have the utility to play with. Needs to find raw kills with the AWP. It's going to be Cutler smoked out, but there is a gap. Something to work with here, but this is going to be another safe situation. They've got one kit. Nothing to work with to actually get to the side. Complexity pull things back. 12-12, as I said, that's pretty much a full reset for CLG. Been some very close rounds as well. Saving these guns is absolutely essential. If they were to lose, this could potentially mean a double eco. But now, this is where it's actually kind of cool. I think Thorin did an article on this whole situation. If Complexity don't hunt them at this point, it's going to force CLG to be tempted to go for that force buy. And that's going to make them very weak going forward, right? Like a lot of teams, that's what NIP have been doing as a threat. I think that's a really cool idea. The fact that you allow them to save guns is to bait them into force buying and makes them much weaker themselves going forward. But this money suggests they probably can't force buy.
Yeah, they can't afford to do it at all.
This doesn't really apply, but that's a kind of a cool idea, I think, that's been discussed recently.
Yeah, it is an interesting concept. It really is. Because it's almost mind-bending in the meta, but it's
just baiting them to do something they think is beneficial for themselves.
It's counterintuitive, and that's the beauty of it. JDM, speaking of counterintuitive, through the smoke with an AWP is going to try and catch them off right now and manages to do so. Needs to fall away. Has the second player here for the bait and switch when he doesn't need it. He's got dephh down. They had no idea that they would push through that smoke.
Well, it was dephh going in for the refrag there, but JDM just too wise to it. I think dephh would assume he'd be falling back and trying to retreat, but JDM has stepped up here just when they need it as well. This buy has been very difficult for them. Still plenty of time to play with. He's repositioned towards the CT car as well, so this is perfect for him. Going to be flashing his teammates in, a real chance for FugLy to step up, but the flashbang not going to work out. sancz takes him down. Now he's got Cutler towards the A site. He finds a kill towards Android.
Problem for JDM as well because he's got that AWP so close. Late flash, let sancz take Cutler, and JDM has to deny this. He can't. He has to wait. Better to still wait because it is a 2 versus 1. If he goes down early, it doesn't give a chance. Oh, to witmer. That was a huge problem because Tarik got taken. I didn't think JDM would hit that shot. That was pretty classy through the edge of the red.
Yeah.
Luckily, he was low HP.
Yeah. Pretty nuts. So JDM finds 4 kills that round just when they needed it. The money's still not fantastic. He'll be dropping a weapon. That should help balance the books a little bit. But Complexity now, they're actually getting a little bit low themselves. But witmer, I think they've lost 3 in a row now. But witmer with the AWP. AK-47s, we'll see how this goes down. This is the first time on the T side, I think they've had the old one.
FugLy's getting a little bit predictable playing this corner. He's been there a lot. He's trying to play it off his teammate at quad, but this time it's a more passive set right now because it's JDM there with the AWP. So FugLy has to come up pretty large, and you could get caught really easily if smokes go off to isolate JDM.
13-12 is the score. After a 9-0 deficit, Complexity have brought us into a very convincing game indeed. We're on round number 26. Bomb is down in A storage for now, and they're just holding up in the default position, waiting for any pushes from the CTs. No one really showing anything just yet. You can see both teams a little bit weak in terms of the remaining grenades. Still a minute to play with here, and it's going to be FugLy pushing into A storage, looking for that little bit of information there. It does take... Actually, it's hazed takes the front of the damage. That actually goes to the B site. Flashing in. He's only got the MP7 as well. This is a nightmare. Somehow, finding the balls to actually face towards that B storage area, you need to do something, but there's 2 kills coming in for Complexity. Yeah.
Good pickups. Flash out. Cutler forced back.
Have a save.
So with 5 players up, even though they're quite low, dephh, Android, witmer especially on 3, there's not much they can do. So this is going to go back to 13s right away. Complexity holding on. Definitely challenging CLG. This has been an interesting game in so many ways.
Once the bomb's planted and you're outnumbered, it can be one of the most difficult sides to actually retake there. 5 on 3 wasn't going to work out for them. They didn't have the grenades to actually challenge it. So now Complexity, once again, tying things up 13-13 and keeping all 5 players alive. That definitely helps boost the economy for them going into round number 27. But decent hold from them there, actually getting them in control for splitting towards B. And it was hazed who had the serious problem. He was the player with the MP7, and I would have said it would be more beneficial for him to sit on the bomb site in front of him so they don't get one and slowed him down a little bit. Even for the aggressive approach there, flashed in, got taken down. Problem is, unless you flash every single player, you are going to get punished there. So CLG do save 2 M4s. I think the last one got dropped towards the end of that round. I missed it, but we'll assume that's what happened. And the force buy comes in, so they are trusting in these M4s to step up. hazed pretty much invested everything he had with the CZ. It's 13-13 now. Complexity of another massive opportunity to take the lead here.
dephh picked up the op at the end of the last round. sancz nade over, no one there on the backside of the highway. It's JDM and Cutler playing together towards CT instead. Remember, Cutler with the rifle, but deph's already gone up inside of the vents. Surreal with him. And the UK duo gonna try and work their way toward hazed. We should be cheering for Complexity because they're the only team that has a Canadian and a player from the UK on it, Henry. It's us in the incarnation of being in-game. hazed with 2, CZ75. As they manage decent crossfire setup. Tarik peeks late, doesn't do damage, but it's JDM instead. And sancz is down to 4 HP, and witmer on 21.
Yeah, there should be a guarantee now for CLG now. They've got the bomb, they know exactly where the remaining terrorists are. witmer with the AWP, and they're actually going to find the kill on towards hazed with the HG, but FugLy quickly replies, just witmer now, 2 versus 1. And he's looking for the next pick. Still has time to play with it, 45 seconds. Doesn't need to rush the situation, but 1 bullet will take him down. We'll see what he can do here, hoping someone gives him something to work with there. But the wallbang coming in, that will give away his position. He tries to fire back quickly there. Picks up the AK, starts moving his way to the bomb side, but Tarik to take him down. As I said, 1 bullet would do it. Chest shot from the 5-7 is the one to do. And the Complexity now, go to round number 28. I don't think that money's fantastic. They've got the AKs out, it's okay. They've got the smoke grenades, a couple of Molotovs. No orb this time, that's for sure, but CTs now after that eco definitely have got a pretty strong advantage, but hazed back on the MP7.
Why not? Has to in this situation. Well, you said they were good at getting to 14 rounds on this map, Henry.
Yep. I can't seem to close cash out whenever I cast them.
Well, they're at 14 rounds again, and I wouldn't even necessarily call it good at getting to 14 when you have a 9-0 lead, but they're here. sancz has killed dephh. He's killed Cutler as well, but this is a big problem because hazed is easy to get the trade. And if it's easy to get the trade, it's easy to sustain the lead. So they plan. JDM without the AWP holding right side big red toward A main. And as the smokes will fly into the site, Surreal tapping toward the truck. And that just draws the attention of FugLy nearer to exactly where the threat will prevail. It's going to be JDM spotting up 1, falling back, goes back out for the spray, but not the greatest on the AK in that situation. It's FugLy that has to pick up 2, but then goes down immediately after. Well, good news is it's Android with 8 HP versus 2, and a crossfire firmly set at a 180-degree angle.
Yeah, he's got 8 HP, he has got a bomb.
This isn't good, though.
Tarik,
good, smart.
Down. They know he has to work hard. This is good from CLG. Good positioning, good awareness. Knowing they knew his position, they knew he had to work for it, so hazed just had his number ready to go. 1 round will do it. It's been a long, drawn-out affair. And we thought Complexity were out of this at the beginning, but they have brought it back convincingly. They go into potentially the last round here with pistols and 1 AK. I feel like this may be it for them. But still, even if they lose this map, I'm going to be impressed with their mental fortitude. Being able to bounce back with this. Had they won the pistol in the first half and actually had a decent start, they could have actually had a very convincing case to actually win this map. We'll be committing 5 players towards the A side of the map. witmer alone in Twikidor, 4 teammates there towards A main. We'll just be bursting out, and here we go.
Tries to spray down FugLy, gets him low, 22 HP, but witmer goes down in the end. It's 2 for FugLy again from the catwalk, and it's all too easy. CLG will take map 1, 16-13. The curse broken as Henry casts them. But a 9-0 start. Complexity certainly did very well at getting early frags, getting favorable trades, and actually getting into the B site, I would have to say. A, not too bad, but B was a huge problem for CLG.
Yeah, I was very impressed with Complexity towards the latter stages of that first half. They actually seemed like they organised themselves and worked out what they were going to be doing and how they could actually find frags, and got the double orb set up going, and Surreal had some very good showing of the M4 as well. dephh on the T side looked like he was actually very strong, getting those opening frags, good multiple kills from him as well. So I think it's promising for Complexity. Obviously they didn't win the game, but they definitely could have done. Had they not had that horror show of a start, I feel like they could have actually, I would say they were the stronger team in terms of like towards the end stage of it. And what we saw, they looked like they were a very drilled unit, but wasn't meant to be this time, but maybe the second map, you never know.
And the second map will be Mirage. Remember, we did see that full veto process at the start. It's, I think, what was it? Cobblestone if needed?
Yeah, it was.
I see, I knew it. I got that right, believe it or not. But it's Mirage that will be the second map, and this, for CLG, has been something that has been improved over time. Save complexity can force it out a little bit further. Android, slow to get started in that map, definitely picked it up as he's come in late. Again, he's the late addition after Roka's departure, heading over to join Rick Fox and all the cool boys on Echo Fox. Actually, it's just Shawn Garrett's really, he's the only cool guy on that team. But we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll see if CLG can make a comeback against, or rather, Complexity can make a comeback against CLG. Do it, Henry, do it. That was terrible.